How you doing, YouTube? That's right. It is your boy Bob and your girl Carrie.
gross.
And we're doing a throwback. Boy, did those video openers make you cringe back from the day? 5 years ago, Carrie and I set out to set the world on fire by making a YouTube channel called 25 Plus Life, which has morphed into what you're seeing today, Life Redesigned. But along the way, it wasn't all sunshine, roses, and, well, clickbait titles. It was just two of us making horrible videos that nobody watched. And we thought, what better way to give you a holiday gift, all 36,000 or however many there are of you, than to give you, well, one of the early videos that nobody got to see. We hope you enjoy this take on what we thought we knew about RV life at the time. Anything you want to say before they just click off?
The key word being thought. Okay.
Enjoy. All right, well, what you guys don't see behind the scenes is that we just spent the last 5 minutes or so just basically deciding when we're going to start and how we're going to start. One, I'm going to start this right off the bat with what a difference a couple of weeks makes from the time that we sat down and I rambled on for 40 plus minutes.
42?
44.
Ooh.
Difference when we sat down at that first video, we had 8 subscribers, I believe. I think it was, looking back over it, we had 8 people.
We were proud of that.
And we were very proud of our 8. And here we are a couple of weeks later, and unbelievable, we're at 168, which to these guys that have 100,000 is probably nothing, but 168 is huge.
Milestone.
And we're very appreciative. I want to say thank you for everybody. The amount of comments and the communications and everything has just been phenomenal. The support is amazing. We're so invested. We got mugs, we got t-shirts. This is all for us at the moment, but if this continues to go, we'll take it one step at a time, which does remind me. Time. I'm going to make this kind of short, 20 minutes. We do have a post office box now, so yes. That because people want to do sticker swaps, which we started doing and everything else. I'm going to put the new address here. You're not going to here? Somewhere in here. So that if you want to trade stickers, somebody mentioned sending us goodies. We take goodies. I take checks, cash. Goodies? Don't send cash to me. Don't send cash.
Crunchy. Anything crunchy.
Crunchy things anyhow. So one of the things we want to start off with right off the bat is we had a lot of questions. People starting out. Where do I start? How do I do things? What's the deal? And we watch everybody just like you guys do. And we're just going to start off, man. There is so much that when you want to jump into this, there are so many things that will shock you, amaze you. You're going to be like, what? This didn't come here? You didn't get this with this? So we're just going to run down 5, because 5 is the magic number. Top 5. 5. Because it's all like 5. 5 things that you're not told and you're not warned about, or may just slip other people's minds because everybody's in the, I got to put 12 solar panels on the roof and I got to do all this stuff. We're going to keep it simple for you. You're starting out, this is what you're going to have to do. The first one is good. It's number 1, what our RV doesn't come with. And let me tell you something, whether you're spending 15,000, 20,000, 2,000, whatever you're buying, new, used, whatever. There's a thing called a poop hose. It's basically the hose that you use to drain your black water tanks. That doesn't come with the camper, trailer, RV,
Why?
Whatever you want to call this beautiful thing that we're in. Why does it come with it? To me, that's like having...
It's like standard, like having a car come without tires.
Right.
Like,
or
it's just standard.
A toilet without a seat.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to buy your own poop hose. And then you have to research the poop hose because not all poop hoses are the same.
No.
So you're kind of left with this, you've got this beautiful camper or RV or whatever, again, whatever your terminology is for it, your home and you've got no way of getting rid of your poop.
And then you got these funky things that you have to put on the ground to keep the poop hose off the ground so everything goes where it's supposed to go and not just settle.
And then,
like,
it's just kind of like overwhelming.
Surprise.
There's some dealers that will provide a kit if you want to pay more. They may charge you $200 for $50 worth of stuff or whatever the deal is, and maybe they give you $200 of stuff. I'm just as an example. But a poop hose should kind of come standard. Electrical cords are another one that if you want to plug in, you have to buy, and some of these cords are expensive. Then there's your favorite word, dongle, to go from 50 amps to
don't
30 amps.
Don't expose my nickname for you.
Do not, no one will be calling me dongle. But there's step down. So if you're at a 50 amp service, and you need most of the smaller RVs like we have are 30 amps, you need a dongle for that. You need a dongle to go from 30 amp to your standard 110 outlet. So there's a lot of little moving parts that nobody's really discussing. I mean, you have some little things, but this stuff adds up, man. You just drop $15,000-$20,000 on an RV, and you've got a tank full of poop, and you've got no lights inside because you can't plug in. Let me tell you, that's going to put a damper on your day pretty darn quick. The other thing, right along inside of that, is we're going to go number 2, dose. Number 2. I'm moving along. Fire today.
The irony with the poop hose.
The poop hose leads you right into number 2. The number 2 is what we like to call home essentials, right? So when we picked up our camper, which we researched, so much went into this, we picked it up, we're excited, we're tired, we go to, I think we've told the story before, but we went and grabbed a pizza and we sat here and we had pizza, right? And then the reality hit us. We had no forks.
No plates.
No plates, no napkins.
No trash can.
Nothing that makes your home away from home or your home a home. And this stuff adds up. If you have it already in what the sticks and bricks thing, you already have it and you're moving in, that's great. If this is a second home for you while you're getting accustomed to everything, you need this stuff. You need forks, you need knives, you need plates, you need
bath towels.
Right. All this stuff that, and especially depending on how long your trips are going to be, you need more than 2 towels. You need more than 1 fork. A lot of this stuff is, we were amazed between just essentials. And some we had from our other camper, but we're not camping anymore. We're traveling. And when you start to travel, you need more stuff, right? You downsize, but you need more than 2 plates because there might be a third person that comes over. Or you have friends, and we're making friends. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah.
But you want to have a couple of people over, and everybody's going to hover on 1 plate. It doesn't work. So you need to have sets of things. And with that comes, I was trying to think of all the stuff, right? Just the stuff as you're downsizing, you need more stuff, right? Which is just funny. But there's paper towels, there's napkins, there's toilet paper, which that's a whole nother, which toilet paper is great. It's kind of like the 3 little bears. Is it Goldilocks and the 3 bears? Of which toilet is not too rough, not too soft.
There's a lot. We watched a video on toilet paper. I didn't know there was a difference. Like, toilet paper is toilet paper. Not the case.
There's special RV toilet paper. Do you need the special RV toilet paper? Can you just use Cottonelle? Can you use, or whatever we use, the Charmin? Yeah. The bear that does a little dance. No crumbs. Well, hey. As I rock roll.
Roll away.
So there's a lot of stuff. And yes, you can use the Camco stuff. Yes, you can use the Scott towel stuff that's made for RVs. That's a whole nother discussion, but you keep it simple. Go into Walmart, at least get, or if you're not in a big box, wherever, Camping World or wherever, grab a 4-pack of RV toilet paper. You're going to need it. We'll just leave that there. And part of number 2, right, which isn't number 2, no more poop stories. Let's talk mattresses real quick. Right. So when we told this story before as well. When we picked this up, we were exhausted and we got the best night's sleep ever. Well, we had been driving for 20 hours or 14 to 20. The mattress, I could have fallen asleep on the ground. But then you bring it home and you're starting to set up. And you realize that mattress, I don't care which camper you buy. We saw this in the RV shows. They suck. And I'm sorry, but this is my home. It's your home. We want to be comfortable. So
They're
looking at a
very
mattress upgrade.
firm, overly firm. Like
Firm, or in our case, ours was pretty much non-existent.
thin and...
So one of the first things that we did was we went out and bought a 9-inch or 10-inch memory foam mattress. At some point I'll do a review on it because it's amazing. And it fit perfectly in there. Yeah, it is a must-have. Must-have. I'm not even going to argue with that one. I'm firm in my stance. The mattress that comes with these, I'm firm. Just like the extra mattress. The mattresses that come with these things are garbage. Just garbage. That's going to be my negative word. Just garbage. But a little bit of upgrade, a couple $100 later, and you're good. But you're buying a home. You're not buying the carpet, right? Is that how that goes? You can change out little things. So, yeah. And because I'm not going to keep this long-winded, number three, travel takes time. These are the things that nobody really goes into depth with. And look, we're just as guilty. We watched the videos. We've made the videos. Everything.
Well, we were excited when we picked this up. We're like, cool, we're out of here. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then we're like,
it's 14 hours, right?
No.
We make our videos, and some of I tried it at the intros, where some of our drive is exaggerated because I believe that you should be aware of the amount of time you're driving. We've watched videos of going from here in New Hampshire down to Florida, and it's a minute and a half, right? And you're like, yeah, I can crank this out, and then 24 hours later, you're like,
you're dragging.
Whoa, this is pretty sick. But you have to be aware that travel takes time, and this is the stuff when everybody's talking about this, man, it's just jump in and go. But I can't stress that enough, is that travel takes time. And if Google Maps tells you it's going to be a 10-hour drive, plan on 12. Because Google Maps doesn't take into consideration that you got poop. Everybody poops. I did it again. I talked about poop. Anyhow, you have to stop. You have to go to the bathroom. Even if you're in your own RV, you still need to pull over, right? You can't poop and drive. Can't pee and drive. It's true. I mean, you can, but you're not going to. I love the expression on your face right now. She's horrified. Horrified. I'm in a lot of trouble when this is over. But you can't, and it takes time. It's rest areas. It's
Dongle.
Time. Dongle. I have just been nicknamed Dongle. I can see this. I'll edit that out. She'll never know. So
I don't care.
The time that it takes is so under exaggerated within our community of doing this, is that we're so used to, I got to get to the destination because I want to show this, but that drive time, man, some of these drives are boring, and not everything is Shenandoah, not everything is South Carolina, not everything is Quebec. There's some spots that you go through, and I think that section of 95 going down to Jersey, or 95 in Jersey is just industrial.
Nothing.
It's flat. It's just nothing. And North Carolina isn't bad. Pennsylvania is another one that going down the 95 corridor can be very boring. Travel takes time. Remember that. You'll be golden. Number 4. This is an interesting one. So, and we're just as guilty for falling into this, which is, as we look at our cheat sheet here, is boondocking, right? Everybody talks about boondocking like this is the quick, easy thing. You just zip into a parking lot, your local Walmart, or whatever Walmart's on the thing, and boom, you can sleep and it's free, and life is good. You can pull over on the side of the road. The reality is, it's not free. And let me explain. Everything that you do is based on time, right? Your time is worth money. Okay, there's time that goes into researching. Which Walmart can I stay at? Well, I have to call the Walmart, and I have to ask, can we park there? Can we sleep there overnight? If they say no, you need to find another one. There's time and planning that goes into this. So when everybody says free, I think everybody has a value on their time, right? And if you're working, it should be your hourly rate, and if you're not working, it should be a rate that you feel, would I spend that much money on doing that? So boondocking, yeah, there's apps that's involved. There's a lot of phone calls that's involved. Some state laws are totally different than the next. There's a lot of rest areas where you can't park because it's strictly tractor trailer parking. And there's other places that, like in Texas, where you can just pull in and you can stay for 24 hours. Do your research. Keep in the back of your head that nothing's free. So if you get into this, and we did, jumping into, we're going to hit the road and we're going to sleep wherever. Be mindful of that.
We thought it was the coolest thing, taking a nap and eating pizza in a mall parking lot.
We did. And here's the interesting thing about that. So Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
We pick up this trailer. We realize that it's, the middle of the day now, and we've been driving all night. Spent a couple hours at Recreation USA with Chris and the guys, and we're finally ready to go. It's like noon, 1 o'clock at this point. We're exhausted. So we go into the mall, and this is Black Friday, right? Pull into a spot. We stretch out. We run into the mall. We're going to find food. We find a pizza place because it was the only thing that really looked appealing. Grabbed a pizza, grabbed some paper plates because we had vision. Came here, sat down and ate, and we crashed, right? For a couple hours at least, hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. And it was cool, right? We're sleeping in a mall parking lot, and we fall into that same thing of everybody else does it. That's boondocking. This is great. No more hotels, no more, worrying about paying for things as far as accommodations go. The reality is, after an hour and a half or 2 hours, I get up and I got to stretch and I got to go get stuff out of the truck. And as soon as my feet hit the concrete, there's mall security. And mall security made it very clear that there was no overnight parking. There was no longer than what we were doing because it wasn't allowed. And that was kind of the thing for us, is that maybe, we fell for it.
Just go anywhere.
Right. You need to take, again, this goes with the travel, is you have to take your time. Do the research, do your homework. Triple check everything, and the other side of it is, Walmart's too, man. If it doesn't feel right, leave, because you can do all the research you want. You can get on the free camping websites or free boondocking websites, and they'll tell you this Walmart's free parking. You can park overnight. You get there, and there's people doing crack in the parking lot or whatever. You see something, or your what do they call that? Spidey senses go off. Bail, because your gut is right. And again, that's research and knowing a little more. Number 5.
Whoa.
Well, I should have done like a top 10 list.
No.
Number 5 is basically cost and perfection, right? There are so many costs associated with this lifestyle that when we see things, and this is probably going to take the most of the time, when we see things that we're free, we're living debt free, we're living free in our, and I don't want to say, but free in our RV, and we're free to do whatever we want. You're not. You're not. That's the biggest misconception, and I don't want this to be a negative thing, but you're not free. Nothing's free. There's costs associated with everything. Whether you're buying a $500 1986 pull behind suitcase, or you're buying a $20,000 Winnebago, or you're spending $50,000 on a Class C and $200,000 a Class A. There's costs to everything, and that is in your food, because you're not going to Costco anymore. Forget that. You're not buying in bulk because we're going to put it. There's maintenance, there's tires, there's TPMS things, for your tire pressure, and there's all these little things, and tolls. We live in New England. I ain't gonna do it, but look, we have more tolls per square inch than any other part of the country we've been into, and those tolls triple, sometimes quadruple, when you're towing a rig, and that's to me is amazing that we've gone through tolls and we've paid just as much as an 18-wheeler going through. Like, that's crazy to me.
Where did we go? And it was like $30. Was it over the?
I know it's $16 going over GW without this.
Right.
So yeah, and there's just mostly it's by the axle. And ours is a dual axle 2100, and it's 4 axles, and it's pretty much double the price. And you get up here in New England, man, there's a toll every 10 feet going through New Jersey and going down to Atlantic City. There's a toll there's
like a constant strobe.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, there's lights flashing above you.
You're going from, I think once you get out of Connecticut and you go from Connecticut to, unless I'm missing something, Connecticut to Virginia, I've gone over my time. From that Connecticut to Virginia line, man, you pay more tolls per mile than I think anywhere else that we've been. So you have to be mindful of that. And every little thing, everything costs a little more. You got to have tools. You got to have all this stuff that goes into it. And the other part is, man, your perception of perfection. Okay, nothing's perfect, especially in what we're doing here. This table, great table, is thin. I would never make a table this thin. To me, the perfect table is solid wood. I do wood and enjoy working with wood. I would make a beefier table. But you have to keep in mind the cost to the weight ratio. So, things aren't going to be finely crafted like you're used to. And I don't care how much money you're spending. Some of the Tiffins that we've been in, I can pick those apart and caulking and little things like that. So you have to kind of go with it. You're never going to jump into any RV and go, boom, we're living the life. It just doesn't work. But you make it your own. You find your little ways of doing things. Yeah. Other than that, I'm going to give a bonus.
Wow.
Bonus is the 6th one. Right? This is what nobody tells you. The 6th one's the most important one. Slow it down. Slow it down. You don't need to jump in and do everything all at once. Take your time with things. See how things feel. Sleep somewhere on the crappy mattress that came with your RV. It may work for you. You may, but seriously, you may get on that crappy mattress and be like, you know what? It's a mattress. I'm not sleeping outside in the tent, and this is where I want to be. I'll deal with the crappy mattress because I'd rather have something different. I'm thinking of all the little things that to put a positive spin on this is that there's so many things that are not told. Everybody wants that thing that we just jumped in and we ran, but you got to be realistic about your expectations and take it slow and see what happens. Right? I started a lot through that one, but I'm just trying to think of.
Well, it's no different than when you bought your home. You took your time, you made additions, you've taken things away, it's your home away from home. And so with that, you just, as you go, because when we leave, we're like, oh, hey, this is great.
Yep.
And then knowing us, and it is us, we'll be like, modification on this and on this and on this.
Changing.
And you're just, as you're going, you're gonna find different things that you want to add, that you need, that you don't need, that you thought you did.
And just because it works for us doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I think that's the other part of this that people don't understand is that when you're out there, and if you're giving a review because you got free merchandise in the mail, and you're talking about this, and you're going, this is the greatest thing. Look, the reality is, we're all different. I think that's what makes this community awesome, is that we're all different, but the stuff that's going to work for us isn't going to work for you. I'm perfectly content shooting this on a GoPro 7, and I love the Hero Black. I think it's great. There's people that this would drive insane because you need to have the GX7 that I keep looking at, and that's a starter camera. Look, it's no different with the Winnebagos. We did our research. The Winnebago works for us. It had everything that we wanted. The bunkhouses,
but not the original one.
But not the original one.
We were heck bent on, we're gonna get this one.
I think it was a 1708 was what we looked at originally.
And then,
thanks to Traveling Robert and what we've discussed before, and it's just too small. There's two of us, and that. But there's a perfect example. That works great for Robert. For this Robert, and this Carrie, this doesn't work, or the 1700 didn't work. The 2100 is probably the smallest that I would go, and we could take the bunks out. We'll make that an office. That's down the road, so that we can do. But we're going to modify this to fit our needs, as opposed to modifying. Well, we're going to have to edit that one out.
No, you won't.
I won't. Instead of modifying us to meet the camper. Right? Because you should never compromise who you are in what your end goal is. I don't like the amount of power on here. I'll add. I don't need to, but I add.
I can guarantee you in about a year, maybe not even that long, that this little setup right here won't be here.
Oh, yeah. I can guarantee you that.
It won't.
So, this is a perfect... I love this dinette. I have visions of my lovely bride and I sitting here and eating dinners that we cooked outside, or maybe cooked on our little stovetop, and we're sitting here, and we're in the middle of Texas somewhere, and we've just gone to the silos.
I can't wait.
And we're going to eat, and then I can tell you right now that look, the TV's over there. I don't want to sit here and watch TV. I've been out all day. I'm a grown man. I want to put my feet up. You're a grown woman. You might want to put your feet up. Hell, she might. I said hell again. She might even want to snuggle with me. You can't snuggle in the dinette. And at the same time, I don't want people coming over and sitting on our bed. I envision this being a recliner sofa. Sofa.
I am a sofa.
I'm from Rhode Island. But I mean, there's certain things.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
It's been a very long day. But there's certain things that you have to modify to make your own.
Yeah.
And look, I hopefully this came out the way we intended, because we've talked about doing this video for about a week now, because there were all the little things that nobody said, and everybody just made it sound like you just jumped into this RV.
It's expensive, but it doesn't have to be expensive all at once. You take you go on your journey, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe this works, this doesn't work.
Right.
So you change that, and then you go on another one. It can't happen all at once because you don't know.
It's no different than with what we've been doing with YouTube. And it's funny because we reached out to some of the people that are the top people doing this. And it's funny, they're the ones that are least likely to respond to you. But you get somebody who's only been doing this for a little while, a year. Their subscribers are in the hundreds of thousands. Man, there's people that will bend over backwards to help you. We're the same way. You have a question, we're here. We reply to every comment, and it's not a catch line. We do.
He does, trust me.
Yeah, and because I think it's important.
It is very important.
I think that you lose sight once you become so big. You lose sight on what the starting person ends up in the situation, and you forget what it's like to be so confused by all these terminologies and all these things, and do I need this, do I need that, what don't I have? Because the assumption is everybody knows what they want when they come in. You know that you need a poop hose, so I don't need to tell you about the poop hose. I'm not letting that go. And you know how much length of poop hose you need and where it goes, because you should just know that. that's how I'm going to end this, is with poopos.
But you don't know, because it doesn't come with one.
Right. So again, I'm going to wrap it up here. Unless you have something else. I think I did it again.
He did. I'm good.
Look,
you said it all.
I will say this. Thank you for everybody that's either helped us or reached out with help, wanting help. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at the same time, if there's something you want us to cover as newbies to this, mm-hmm. Ask us. I'd love to, know, because I know I should go into more in detail on, I think boondocking was a big one.
But we don't know.
There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff we don't know.
As we know or learn.
Yep, and hey, if you heard something wrong here, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Let her know. Let somebody else know. Let us know. So again, we'll leave it at this. Hopefully you made it through the whole thing. 168 at the time of this recording. I look forward to what this is going to turn into. We got big plans coming up, so
exciting.
We'll be very happy to have you guys along.
25. You can join us for our 25th wedding anniversary.
Definitely join us for 25th anniversary. We'll do more. Yeah. We'll do a video on that, a pop-in video on that. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm done. That's it. That's all I got. I'm shocked too.
We're not done.
We're not done?
We're not done.
We're not done? We're not done. What am I not done with? Did the
wow.
poopos? Did the poopos?
Uh-huh.
We covered RVers.
No, I'm not talking about any of that.
What? Oh, we need a high five.
Yeah.
High five.
Now we're done.
Now we're done. Don't forget to like and subscribe so we can have more fun.